This area here has got a long history of wildland fires. In fact, last year in the other part of Dolzera, where we have some of the homes we've done inspections on, they had a large wildland fire come right up to the back ends of some of these houses.
When we moved in, the whole area was overgrown. So for me, it was like any help that we could get to kind of help it, we're like, let's just see what happens. They had these big signs saying, if you're interested in this hardening grant, go to this website and fill out an application. So I went to the website, kind of checked it out, and filled out the application.
Once they're cleared through, then I'll go out and do an inspection. And we have an app that they made out that'll have a series of questions that'll be answered on the vulnerabilities of the house. Then I'll make a scope of work showing all the things we need to retrofit on the house to make it safer, and then we send it out to bid for the contractors. The homeowner doesn't have to pay anything out of pocket for this retrofit.
For me, it feels amazing having these kind of programs out there. If I don't have that program helping me out, a lot of the things that they're doing, it would be a good 5-10 years down the road before I'm able to do that. So being able to do it now and for me, protect my family, my animals, and all of that stuff sooner, it's a huge relief.
When we first arrived here for the inspection on here, the native vegetation was right within 6 feet of this home here. It was native chaparral that were 15, 20 foot tall. The canopies were close together, so it was contiguous fuel right out to the highway for over 100 feet. Clearing the brush around your home is going to make it less susceptible to carry embers and fire up to your house, which if it gets up to the house, then it's more likely going to make whatever's around the house catch on fire and then burn your house down. Today, they're removing combustible cedar lattice that was skirting the entire perimeter of this house. That in itself would be enough to catch the fire to maybe get the siding caught on fire. So they're removing all of that. They're going to replace behind it with a fire-resistant board. That way we won't have to worry about that. After they get done doing that, they're going to put screens in the house because right now it has a nylon screen. And if the homeowners leave to go to town and leave the windows open, the embers will melt the screen and get inside the house. So they're going to rescreen it with an aluminum screen that will keep the embers out of the house. In this house here, they've got raised foundations, so they have crawl space venting. And the crawl space venting right now has 1/4-inch holes in it, which can allow large embers to get underneath the house and catch it on fire from underneath. So they're going to replace all the venting on that with a code-compliant fire and ember-resistant vent. So it's going to have like 1/8-inch mesh on it that's non-corrosive, and it'll prevent embers of any sizes getting underneath the house to catch it on fire.
We're creating an environment in our home that's going to be safer if they're home or even if we're not home. And we're going to have more of likelihood if there is a fire that I'm going to come home to a house being there because we did everything that we could to keep it as safe as possible. So for me, it's a godsend.